the bottom line reason why the Knicks are not as good this year is because their defense has collapsed. If you watch the Knicks night in and night out, you obviously talk about how the starters have underachieved. You can obviously point to individual fourth quarters when Randall hasn't been able to deliver. So you as a team cannot put yourself in a position where you need Randall to carry you home. You need to put yourself in a position where Randall is closing out again, not carrying you to a victory. That's the position that the Knicks were in so often last year because their defense was dramatically better last season.
And Brian, I think part of it is the health of the centers. You know, Mitchell Robinson was injured coming into training camp. He hasn't been, he's fully healthy, but I don't think his wind is where he'd want it to be. Nerlens Noel's been dealing with a knee issue on and off. I think may continue to bother him. But I think the defensive issues you could talk about, the guards and everyone else, but I think it starts at the center position for this group because they relied on rim protection so regularly last year, and it hasn't been there this season consistently.
For sure. So last year, the Knicks were the number 4 defensive team by rating. What I mean is points per 100 possessions, which is probably the best way to evaluate a defense. That's a Tom Thibodeau team. You go back and look at Tom Thibodeau teams throughout his career, they have consistently been top 6, 7 defenses. Here was a Tom Thibodeau team, number 4. They funneled the ball to the middle and defended in the middle like he did with Joakim Noah in Chicago. All of those years, they were very good. This year, they are, at least the start of the week here, they are 23rd. So you go from 4 to 23, that is a dramatic drop. And they've actually, people may not believe this who watch things, but they're actually slightly better offensively when compared to last year by ranking, because overall offense has sunken a little bit this year. Part of what I would say is, in the offseason, the Knicks said, well, we have the number 4 defense, and we need some more scoring. So what do we do? So they went out and got Evan Fournier and Kemba Walker because they said, let's get some more perimeter scoring. And both of those guys are minus defenders. And so what you said, Ian, is definitely true, that they haven't had the rim protection that they were hoping and that they had last year. Also, the guys that they invested in the perimeter have been getting killed defensively, as we expected, and have not been really holding up their end of the bargain. Obviously, Kemba has been benched, and Fournier has had some moments. He had a decent start, but I think everybody would agree he's not quite playing to the level that they thought. He's giving them the type of offense that offsets what he can potentially hurt you on in defense.